If you're over 60, every bite you take, every habit you follow, and every food you believe is healthy can directly affect your heart health. But what if I told you that some of the vegetables you eat daily, yes, vegetables, might quietly slow down your heart's strength? As a cardiologist, I have seen this happen far too often. Many seniors come into my clinic believing they're doing everything right, eating greens, cutting sugar, avoiding fried foods. But what they don't realize is that certain vegetables, when eaten the wrong way or combined with medications, can silently push their hearts toward failure. Some raise blood pressure, others interfere with life-saving drugs, and some even carry bacteria that an aging body may no longer be strong enough to fight. In this video, I'm urging seniors to stop eating these 5 vegetables, or at least change how they prepare them. I'll guide you through each one, explain why it's risky, and offer safe, heart-friendly alternatives. The good news is that these risks are avoidable. You just need to know what to watch out for and what to avoid. So please stay with me, because the first vegetable on this list might already be sitting in your fridge right now. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit that button and turn on notifications so you never miss a health tip made just for you. If you find this video helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I know how to improve my content for you. Number 1. Kale. When heart medications lose their power. Kale, a leafy green often hailed as a superfood. And for many, it truly is. But what if I told you that for seniors over 60, especially those on heart medications, kale can quietly become a serious health threat? As a heart surgeon, I've treated far too many patients who thought they were eating healthy, only to discover that their clean diet was interfering with life-saving treatments. Kale is packed with vitamin K, a vital nutrient for blood clotting. But here's the catch. For those taking blood thinners like warfarin, commonly prescribed after a heart attack, stroke, or atrial fibrillation, too much vitamin K can negate the protective effects of the medication. It thickens the blood and counters the drug's work. Worst of all, most seniors don't even realize this interaction is happening. You feel fine, you think your medication is working, but quietly, your body is losing its defense against deadly blood clots. I've seen patients suffer multiple strokes or dangerous clots simply because they began adding kale smoothies or large salads to their daily meals without knowing the risk. Kale isn't the enemy. Inconsistency is. If you want to eat it, do so in moderation and with regularity, and always inform your doctor, especially when making dietary changes. What you eat can either strengthen your medication or sabotage it. The truth is, not every vegetable is heart-healthy for every senior, and some can do more harm than a plate of fries if you're not careful. So, if kale can quietly overpower a prescription, what other seemingly harmless vegetables might be stirring hidden dangers in your bloodstream? Let's talk about the next one. A common favorite that might be in your fridge right now, but contains more salt than a bag of chips. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, please type 1 in the comments below to let me know you're here. Now, let's turn to point number 2. 2 pickled radishes, the salty trap quietly tightening around your heart. They're crunchy, tangy, and often the perfect companion to a traditional meal. Pickled radishes might seem harmless, even refreshing. But for adults over 60, especially those with a history of hypertension or heart problems, this innocent snack might be causing more harm than you realize. Most people don't give a second thought to a few slices of pickled radish. Yet the truth is, those small, crisp bites are soaked in brine loaded with sodium, sometimes over 1,200 blood milligallons per serving. That's nearly 2/3 of the daily salt limit recommended for older adults in just a handful of radishes. Sodium isn't just a seasoning. It's a chemical that retains water in your bloodstream, increases your blood volume, and puts immense pressure on your heart and arteries. Over time, this strain leads to high blood pressure, arterial stiffness, and eventually, heart failure. I've had patients come in confused about why their blood pressure stayed high despite eating well. They had eliminated fried foods, exercised regularly, even quit alcohol. But they never suspected that the small jar of pickled radishes on their kitchen shelf could be slowly undoing their progress. The frightening thing is that salt damage doesn't send warning signals. There are no signs until a stroke hits, chest pain strikes, or congestive heart failure emerges. If you're over 60, your kidneys can't filter salt as efficiently, and your arteries grow more vulnerable. Pickled radishes, canned veggies, even some soups can carry hidden salt loads that quietly sabotage your health. Cooking at home, reading labels carefully, and using herbs or lemon instead of salt can protect your heart more than you might imagine. But salt isn't the only silent enemy lurking in your kitchen. There's another vegetable that looks innocent until you realize it's fueling inflammation and pushing up your blood pressure with every bite. Let's talk about that next. Number 3. Red chili peppers, the fiery spice igniting your heart's downfall. For many seniors, food is more than nourishment. It's memory, culture, and comfort. Nothing brings those feelings alive quite like a touch of heat. A sprinkle of red chili, a spicy stew, a burst of warmth. It's tradition, it's flavor, it's passion. But what many don't realize is that this fiery little vegetable might be lighting a slow-burning fuse inside your chest. Red chili peppers, especially the hot concentrated types, spark a chain reaction in your body. They stimulate your nervous system, boost adrenaline, and increase your heart rate. For younger, healthy people, this might be harmless. But after 60, when arteries are stiffer and the heart more sensitive, this extra stimulation becomes risky. I've seen older patients come in complaining of heart palpitations, chest tightness, or sudden spikes in blood pressure, often after eating something spicy. Yet they never suspected the chili peppers. The problem isn't just the heat, it's the body's stress response. Blood vessels constrict, blood pressure surges, and if you already have heart disease or hypertension, that spicy meal can trigger dangerous rhythms or even a heart attack. Over time, frequent consumption of hot chili peppers can cause chronic inflammation in your blood vessels, wearing down the very pathways your heart depends on to keep you alive. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up flavor, but you don't need intense heat to make your meals delicious. Mild herbs, garlic, ginger, and citrus can enliven your food without stressing your heart. Listen closely to your body. The foods you crave may bring comfort, but comfort should never come at the cost of cardiac stress. And if spicy foods can silently harm your heart, what about something often praised for its healing power, but when eaten raw can become dangerous very quickly? You might be surprised by the next one. 4. Fresh ginger. When nature's remedy turns against your heart. Ginger has long been celebrated in the world of natural health. For centuries, it's been praised for reducing inflammation, aiding digestion, and supporting cardiovascular wellness. Many older adults rely on it deeply, grating fresh roots into meals, or even consuming raw slices like medicine. And while ginger can indeed be powerful, power, when misused, can quietly become harmful. What few realize is that raw ginger acts as a strong blood thinner, and when combined with certain heart medications, especially anticoagulants like clopidogrel or aspirin, it can dangerously amplify their effects. This means your blood might become too thin, increasing the risk of internal bleeding, bruising, or in severe cases, life-threatening hemorrhages. I've treated patients who experienced persistent nosebleeds, unexplained bruising, or sudden drops in blood pressure, all while believing they were benefiting from natural ginger. But it's not just about bleeding. Consuming large amounts of raw ginger can also lower blood pressure abruptly. For those already taking medication to manage hypertension, this can cause dizziness, fatigue, or even fainting. At that point, the heart may not receive adequate blood flow, and real damage begins. The frustrating part? It feels like you're doing everything right. No junk food, no carelessness, just trusting in a remedy handed down through generations. The truth is, even natural foods have limits, and after 60, your body changes how it responds to both foods and medications. The best health choices come not just from tradition, but from understanding. If you love ginger, use it cooked and in moderation, and always consult your doctor before making it a daily habit. Now, if raw ginger can pose a silent risk, what about something even more common? Something fresh, crunchy, often eaten raw, but possibly carrying a hidden threat you can't see. What might be lurking in that healthy-looking sprout? Let's take a closer look. 5. Raw bean sprouts. The innocent crunch that could break a senior's heart. They look fresh, vibrant, and full of life. Raw sprouts like alfalfa, mung beans, or radish are often praised as superfoods for their crunch, enzymes, and pure energy. For many health-conscious older adults, adding a handful to sandwiches or salads feels like a smart choice. But behind their delicate appearance lies a hidden danger, quietly undermining your heart and health. Sprouts grow in warm, moist conditions, the very environment where bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria thrive. While younger adults may recover from foodborne illnesses with discomfort, seniors face a much higher risk of severe complications. As we age, our immune systems weaken, and the body's ability to fight infections slows and becomes less efficient. What begins as a mild stomach ache can quickly escalate into sepsis, dehydration, or a dangerous infection of the heart's lining called endocarditis. In my years treating older patients with heart conditions, I've seen how something as seemingly harmless as contaminated sprouts led to hospitalizations, irregular heart rhythms, or worsening congestive heart failure. When the body is busy fighting infection, it cannot focus on healing the heart. The heartbreaking irony is that you try to eat fresh, green, and clean, only to be harmed by the very foods meant to nourish you. That's why raw sprouts should never be taken lightly. If you must enjoy them, cook them first. A quick sauté or steam can kill harmful bacteria while preserving flavor and nutrients. In protecting your heart, it's not just what you eat, but how you eat it, and how your body handles it now, not 20 years ago. And if sprouts can harbor such risks, what about vegetables that aren't dangerous alone, but become harmful when paired with common heart medications? The next one might already be on your plate tonight. 6. So what should those over 60 truly eat to protect their hearts? After learning which vegetables might silently harm your heart, you may be asking, what foods actually help the heart heal, strengthen, and thrive as we age? The answer isn't found in fad diets or miracle superfoods. It lies in real, whole vegetables that nurture the unique needs of your aging heart. Foods that reduce inflammation, balance blood pressure, nourish blood vessels, and work harmoniously with your medications rather than against them. Steamed cauliflower, gently roasted butternut squash, sautéed collard greens, baked sweet potatoes, slow-cooked tomatoes, and heart-friendly legumes like chickpeas and green peas are all excellent choices. These foods are rich in antioxidants, potassium, fiber, and plant compounds that actively protect your arteries and ease the burden on your heart. Unlike raw sprouts or salty pickled snacks, these vegetables are gentle on your system, easy to digest, and help maintain steady blood sugar and blood pressure levels. After 60, your heart doesn't need extreme restrictions. It needs consistency, balance, and foods that care for it in return. I've witnessed many older adults transform their heart health, not through medication alone, but by embracing a plate that is simple, warm, and healing. A bowl of lightly steamed greens, a baked root vegetable, a hearty lentil stew. These small daily choices can undo years of silent damage. And if you worry that healthy eating means bland meals, think again. Herbs like thyme, ginger, a touch of garlic, and fresh lime zest add vibrant flavor without stressing your heart. Food should nurture not just your body, but your spirit. Now that you know what to eat, there's one more vital step, because even the best vegetables can't save a heart undermined by a small yet deadly habit. Let's talk about that next. A heart that still has time. Your heart has been beating faithfully since the day you were born, over 2 billion times by the time you reach your 60s. It's never asked for anything in return. But now, it's asking for your attention. Aging isn't about surrender. It's about wisdom. Wisdom means understanding that what once worked for your body may no longer serve you. The vegetables that once nourished you in youth could now quietly harm you if eaten at the wrong time, in the wrong way, or alongside certain medications. But here's the good news. It's not too late. The damage isn't final. Every small change you make today, what you eat, what you avoid, how you move, how you rest, can begin to reverse years of silent strain. I've seen it happen. Older adults who felt tired, breathless, and defeated come back with stronger heartbeats, sharper minds, and lighter steps. Not because they did anything drastic, but because they paid attention. They listened to their bodies. They chose better, one day at a time. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Your heart still has time, still has strength, and still has love to give to you, your family, and the life you've worked so hard to build. So start today. Revisit your plate. Rethink your habits. Reclaim your energy, because every heartbeat is a gift, and it's yours to protect. These reflections are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means the world to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more heartfelt content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.